Well, being a former soldier and having almost been killed by a landmine, an anti-tank mine to be precise, in Somalia many years ago, because yes, I am an old bastard, they hold a special place in my heart of fear, absolute fear. I was in an APC when we almost backed onto a Type 72 metallic anti-tank mine. I still remember the exact type it was. I still remember what it looked like. I still have nightmares about that fucking mine. And they're in DayZ. Only the little anti-personnel ones, but they're in the game, and in my opinion is the bane of the existence of many players. I'm yet to have it happen to me, but I have seen many a video where some poor sap running around minding his own business, usually running into a tent, and boom, next minute you were dead screen. Fair enough, you might say. Should have been more careful. And I do agree that, we need to be more careful when we're going in and out of tents and so on. But there's one thing about mines, as opposed to your other methods like your trip grenades and so on, that sets them apart. A player can literally come across a mine in a tent, look at it, scroll the wheel, click activate mine, and run on. No effort required. They don't need to dig a hole for it, nothing. This, to me, when you compare it to what I mentioned before, a tripwire with grenade attached, you've got to go out and you've got to get the stick, you've got to have the wire on you, and you've got to have the grenade. Then you've got to create the tripwire, set up the tripwire, attach the grenade, unpin the grenade. So all this takes time and has little animations that go along with it. Mines require nothing, just place and activate. It does seem cheap to me, and it's not in the spirit, in my opinion, of a game that generally makes you work for everything you get. You want a vehicle, you've got to hunt oil on all the parts and get it going, and then keep it fueled up and so on. And I believe they're bringing in other fluids as well. So to have something that is so OP that literally requires a placement on the ground and activate. And if you want to do it where you found it, all you need to do is just click activate. No animation or nothing, just activate. My proposal. It's all well and good to have a whinge about it, but what do I think they should be doing? Well, I sort of touched on it. I think there needs to be some effort required to activate them, such as needing a shovel or a pickaxe to dig a hole, which you then have to do an animation of placing the mine into it, arming it, concealing it. It should take some time. The digging a hole for planting the seeds, that takes time. Why doesn't it take time to set up a mine? I understand that a mine could also be armed and placed on a hard floor, but the reality is that unless something was placed over it, such as a shirt, a backpack or something like that, it would be highly noticeable to anyone entering a room. So I don't think you should be able to set them up on hard floors, just for the mechanics of the game. If they're not going to look at doing something like that, then they need to make them harder to find. My proposal would be chopper crashes only, to reduce the frequency of them, and also mean that players will actually need to pick them up, because you could set it and arm it at the chopper crash, but there's a good chance that chopper crash is going to despawn, and then you've just armed a mine in the middle of nowhere. It might be viable at somewhere like the Northwest Airfield, where there's a good chance someone else will come along, but most places it's going to be pretty solo. So they've actually got to pick that mine up, carry it to a new location, place it and activate it. That's what I reckon needs to happen. It's at the moment they're just too overpowered with too little work involved, and with the amount of them that are being found in this patch at the moment, particularly around the Northwest Airfield and Moschino and that, all people are having to do is just look at it, click the wheel, activate the mine and run on. Then some other poor bastard running along, spent 45, 50 minutes to an hour, if not more, getting to the Northwest area, runs in and boom, he's dead. I know that's the game, but I just think, as I mentioned before, in the spirit of a game that makes you work to get everything you want, it just seems a little cheap to me. Interested in your feedback? Please leave your comments. Reddit, Twitter, Facebook page, video comments on YouTube. Leave them anywhere. I'll try to get back to everyone who comments on it. These are just my thoughts. Happy to hear yours. Ciao for now. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.